Welcome back to Littlelee&Rose. My name is Summer Noel, and today we're going to do alcohol inks. Okay, guys, these are super duper easy to make at your house. They're really inexpensive if you buy right and you shop well. All you really need is the dollar store and maybe a couple tools that hopefully you already have on hand. If you've done some of my other tutorials, you most likely have these tools already. So hopefully this helps you guys and shows you that this is super easy and a good way for you guys to save money. Or if you can't find an alcohol ink in a color that you like, that you can make your own and blend and mix and have fun with these, all right? So what you need are travel bottles. I buy these at the Dollar Tree. They come in a pack of 3, so you can get a pack of 3 just like this, or it comes in a pack of 3 where you have a squirt bottle and this. So I'm going to do a squirt bottle today. Mainly, I'm going to just leave this one clear, but you can do this in a squirt bottle and get really, really cool effects. You can do an alcohol ink cup all in one color and then just spritz it with plain alcohol with no color in it, and it gives you, it's called cells. So you have little like drips and bumps all over, or looking like splotches all over your alcohol ink. But you can also spray it with color. So if you put purple in here and then spritz it, you'll get that effect, but in color. So I'm going to show you guys that today as well, like just making it today as well. Then I'll do a tutorial and use it in a tutorial, and I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. But today we are just going to use almost completely supplies from the dollar store. You can get alcohol anywhere. This is at Vons, CVS, Walmart, anywhere. It's at any store. It's usually in the medical area because it's used a lot as an antiseptic for cuts and bruises. But we use it in our crafting all the time. So, and then I got these permanent markers. You want to use permanent markers, guys. So either Sharpie brand or an off brand. These are an off brand. I got these for $2 at the Dollar Tree. And they came in all the different colors. We're not doing all the colors today. I'm just doing a few to show you an example. And because they're permanent, they will work really, really well for this. Or you can get Sharpies at Walmart. You can use the coupon at Michael's and get a pack of Sharpies there. But they're a little more expensive. This pack was only $2, and you want to do 2 packs so that you really saturate the color. If you don't want to do 2 packs, just don't use as much alcohol. Use a lot less alcohol and make a smaller amount. But I use gobs of alcohol ink. So I'm going to double up, and I'm going to make double the amount. But again, guys, if you don't want to make a big amount, just fill the bottle up only halfway and only use 1 stick. So we're going to get a bottle of alcohol ready. Don't fill it all the way to the top because you don't want to overflow. So I leave a little room at the top. Then you're going to take a pipe cutter. You guys have seen me use this in my how to build a drying rack for your cups. And it's very simple. You don't stick your finger in there, guys, because it will cut your finger off, and it just cuts down. So you can use a hacksaw. You can also just use pliers to just force this open. But what I do, because I have this on hand, is I take my pipe cutter and I just cut through the bottom, just like that. Throw that little bottom away. Then I take the ink, and it should drop out of there. Okay, well, it's not, so I have my needle nose pliers on hand just in case. And we're just gonna grab it very gently and pull it out. Okay, and just like that, you get this. This is the ink, basically ink cartridge, and we're gonna drop that down in there. And you can already see immediately some of the pink was coming out and starting to stain the alcohol ink. And I've got a second one. I've already got this one open and ready to go. And I'm gonna drop that down in there. And it's that easy, guys. These are a little bit big and tall, and I wanna be able to put the cap on. So I'm gonna take my scissors, I'm gonna cut it in half, and I'm gonna drop it all the way in. Okay, grab that, cut it in half. Woo, drop it in. Okay, so now we're gonna put the cap back on, give it a good shake. So I will come back and shake this probably like every half hour or so. You can see the ink is coming out into the water. So, sorry, not water, alcohol ink, alcohol. So I'm just gonna let that sit, and we'll let that really sit for 24 hours and let all the ink come out of those little sponges, I guess I don't know, it's the ink cartridge or ink stick. Okay, we're gonna just fill this up. And if you want it, like again, guys, if you want it darker and have more pigment, use either less alcohol or more markers. So we're gonna cut the purples open. Whoop. Sent it flying. If you guys notice, I'm not working on my big crazy fur today. I do not want to ruin it. So with the permanent ink, so we are just using an old scrap piece of fabric I had that looks like a towel. One. These usually just drop right out of here, but for some reason I'm having to grab them today. All right. So I'm going to do an experiment. I'm going to leave those long. It will still pull the ink down. It will just wick it down, but we're going to do a comparison. But you can already see that fast. It's already starting to dye the ink. I mean the alcohol. Gosh, I can't get that right. Those colors are so pretty. Okay, so I'm going to put you guys on high speed and we're going to do the rest of these colors. All right, guys, it's only been about 20 seconds since I finished this last one. I just quickly threw everything out and shifted the camera. This one is going to be more of like a wood grain color. It's going to be our brown. It's fun. And I tried this one. I put a little less alcohol in this one to kind of show you guys the difference in the colors between more alcohol and less alcohol. But these, you can still see there's quite a bit of ink still left in there. It's going to take a couple days, maybe 24 hours. And I'm just going to keep shaking them throughout the day to really get that pigment out of there and let it sit and soak and wick out of those little fabric, or I don't know, sponges or whatever we're calling them. All right, guys, so we will let this sit, and then I've got my regular alcohol. I'm going to label this so I remember, because I also have this in bleach for different effects that I do with bleach. So I will label this, and then I have my little squirt bottle to make my cool effects on my alcohol inks when they are ready. So these I'm just going to set to the side, mess with them, and we will be back tomorrow, and we will see the effects, and I will show you the colors, and I'll work them out and show them all out to you guys. All right, guys, you're going to hear all my machines going in the back. I have got lots of orders to get out, so my Cricut is cutting, my turners are going. I'm wearing my chemical mask because I've got a lot of epoxy happening around me, but I wanted to jump on. I wanted to show you the alcohol inks. And where they're at right now. It looks gorgeous when I see them in the light. So we're going to start. I'm just going to use a Q-tip and show you guys how the colors came out. All right, so I've got this one. This was our brown. So this was the brown permanent marker. Okay. It's kind of more pinky red, definitely. I've never actually done the brown. I was very curious because I just did a tutorial on alcohol inks for wood grain. This pink looks really pale. It's pretty pale. So it's pretty pale for the pink. It usually comes out brighter. So maybe I'll save this one to the side, and I'm going to add another stick of the dye. So that's what you guys can do. You just can keep adding if you don't like the pigment. But that's actually really pretty. I already have a hot pink, so that's a baby pink. I might actually keep that one just like that now that I think about it, because I already have a very bright pink ready to go. So, but then you can make the decision whether you want it thicker or lighter. And I can actually see this one. See, this is the one that we tested. We lift the sticks along. You can see that it did not pull the dye out of those sticks. So I will probably end up cutting the sticks and putting them back in. So there's the purple. That's pretty. Very mermaid cup. This one, these two colors would look pretty on a mermaid cup, and then spritz it with the alcohol for the little dots. Super pretty. And this is the orange one. So this is the one that we did the tester where we put in only half the alcohol ink to see if you could see the thicker pigment. And so there you go. That's the orange. So this one would be really pretty for the B cups, guys. When you work with my B cups, this would give you a really pretty honey color. Definitely is better with the less. You get more pigment. So I will probably go back and add to the wood grain one the brown and the pink. Oh, I really like that baby pink though. So I'll probably add one more stick to the brown and just get that a little bit more pigmented. And then you can see the orange. Now I'm going to just do a quick, I don't normally have to do these with the regular colors, but I'm going to just spritz them. So don't do this at home, guys. I'm not spraying indoors. I'm in my workshop and my doors are wide open because I've got so much going on here. So I'm just going to spritz it with the clear spray paint to see if we get a color shift. We don't want that green color showing up, but it's not. These are pretty pure. I do actually really like that baby pink now that I think about it. So this one is pretty red and very pale for what I would want for wood grain ink. So I probably will add one more stick, but I'm pretty happy with the rest, the orange, the purple, and the pink. Normally I would add a little bit more pink, but like I said, I already have a bright pink, so I'm going to keep this one as my baby pink. Okay, guys, it was that simple. No big deal. You can take some tweezers, reach in there and grab out those sticks and pull them out and just toss them. And you can, like I said, you can saturate it or desaturate it with alcohol. The more or less alcohol you use. It's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Use permanent marker. You don't want to use washable or temporary. You want to use permanent. It's going to give you the best colors. And there you go. I hope you guys learned something. Subscribe to my channel. If this is the first tutorial you're seeing from me, I'm sorry. It's a weird one. You probably have no idea what's happening if you just stumbled upon this on YouTube. But I teach how to do cups, guys. And so I make these beautiful tumblers. And my tutorials are all about how to design and create these on stainless steel tumblers or plastic. See, I have like a plastic tumbler and we paint it, and I show you all the techniques on how to do these and make these gorgeous. This just used to be a plastic container. This was a stainless steel cup. So if you look below this tutorial, you can click on Littlelee&Rose. It will take you to my page, and there's a whole bunch of tutorials there. You can join my Facebook. I have a support and mentoring Facebook group where I answer a lot of questions. I get a lot of epoxy questions. You can request certain tutorials. This tutorial was actually a request from my group. They wanted to see me make some alcohol inks, so I did a couple of them. I showed them the wood grain, and now we're doing the colors. Yep, so if it just seems a little bizarre to you what this tutorial is about, just check out my other tutorials. It'll start making sense. All right, guys, I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Subscribe to my channel. Ring that bell. Make sure you see every tutorial that comes out from me because I put out a lot of good information. I always try to give you guys tips and tricks. The tips and trick in this one is always spray it with your clear enamel spray. I use Rust-Oleum. I also use Triple Thick. I mean, I use every brand. Doesn't matter. Spray it with the clear coat spray just to see if the color will hold its original color. And that way you kind of know what you're about to put on your cup. I love this orange. As it's drying, it's going back. It looked kind of brown under the spray paint, but it's going really, really pretty orange. It's going to be amazing for my bumblebee cup. And if you're wondering what my bumblebee cup is, just jump back on my channel. It's a gorgeous cup with bumblebees and honeycombs and flowers and lots of gold glitter. It's gorgeous. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow, and let's get this video all wrapped up. Bye, guys.